If you love bagels with lox and cream cheese, you're gonna love this recipe. It's got all the elements just presented in a brand new way with a mysterious ingredient. I'll give you 2 hints. It's from the sea and it's black like my soul. Just kidding, I'm all butterflies! See, I've even got the wings. Woo, woo. Wait, that's a bird, not a butterfly. I'm a New Yorker, so I love my lox with cream cheese, but instead of having it on the bagel, I'm gonna spread it out on a beautiful flatbread. So that's the first thing we're gonna make. And for that, you need some lukewarm water. Just pour that right on into a bowl. To that, I'm gonna add some active dry yeast. And then you gotta give it some sugar. Give it a quick little mix, and we're gonna set it aside to let it hang out in a warm place for just a couple of minutes to let it foam up. It's time to whisk in the mysterious ingredient. It's this guy, squid ink. If you've never had it before, don't be weirded out. It basically provides a really nice deep flavor without being overly fishy. You can go ahead and get the ink yourself whenever you're cooking squid, but I find it's easier to just get it jarred or in satchels, and all you have to do is whisk it in. Get it all in there. You can even do a little mixing in the bowl. I'm gonna add this to my mixer. You could just do this in a bowl and mix it by hand. I love doing it that way, but just for ease, I'm gonna use my mixer with the dough hook. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour. This is just all-purpose flour. This is just to get it going. Add a little more. And the rest of the flour, along with a little bit of salt. All right, every so often go ahead and scrape down the edges of the bowl. All right, the dough is ready. It's been kneading for about 8 to 10 minutes, and I'm just gonna transfer it to this bowl. It's got a little bit of olive oil in it. The dough just goes right into the bowl. Cover it with a clean kitchen towel. This needs to sit in a warm spot so that it can rise and double in size. That should take about 1 to 2 hours depending on how warm your kitchen is. It's been about 1.5 hours. Look at that, that's gorgeous. Now we're gonna turn it onto the board, but first I'm gonna dust it with a little flour. I'm gonna sprinkle a little more flour on top. Okay, so cut this in half and then divide the halves into halves so you get 4 equal pieces. Now you just have to work the dough. You can make it any shape you'd like. You can pick it up to help it stretch out. You could also use a rolling pin, but this just takes a few minutes. Just gonna thin out the edges a little bit. I'm gonna use the back of my baking tray with just a little bit of olive oil. Carefully transfer the dough, reshape it a little bit. Now this goes into the oven at 400 for about 10 minutes. You know it's ready when the edges get a little bit darker, and then it'll be ready for toppings. The flatbread is done and it looks amazing. It's got that beautiful outer crisp crust while soft on the inside. Remember, this is inspired by the bagel, so I've got the cream cheese. Spread that all around. I like a little peppery bite from some arugula. Now for smoked salmon, my favorite part. Break off the larger pieces. Can't forget a few slices of red onion. Make sure they're thinly sliced so you're not just like chomping down on a huge piece of onion. Beautiful dill. What the dillio. This is another strong flavor, so just a couple of fronds here and there. And finally, some beautiful capers. Nice sharp bite. And there you have it, squid ink flatbread with smoked salmon. I gotta cut myself a piece. Oh, listen to that crunch. Let's take a bite. It's seriously like the bagel's hotter sister. Hey girl. I hope you guys give this a try. I'll see you next time. Remember to just eat life.